All right, Shalom Akim, y'all about Shimi al Shah Brakathum. I'm gonna try to let me fix this real quick so all Akim can see us.
You might have to scoot in a little.
That's what I was asking, brother. But you know, the mama tie.
Okay.
Right there, good? Yeah, just scoot in a little tad. Oh, we bet.
We bet.
You know what? Look, I can get us off right here. Got you. How about these angles? See if we can do that. Okay. Bam. There we go. You in there now. Hey, Shalom Akim, we just getting everything. Yep. Lock, rotate. Okay. You Akims want to pull that up to see if we...
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay. Bear with us real quick, Akim. We're just checking, making sure everything all right.
It's sideways for some reason.
Let me see.
Let me see.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Might just have to stand it out straight or something.
Yeah, you might have to take the battery on.
Oh, I see.
Perfect?
Hold on, just a little. Still loading. What's going on? It's just loading.
Your phone about to die?
No.
Nah,
It's not about to die, but I just want to set it up perfectly. See how that one looks.
How that look, brother?
I'm loading now. Here we go. Hold on. There's a couple seconds behind. That's good there. Yeah, that's good there.
Is it?
Oh, wait. Let me wait till it falls, because then remember the phone falls.
Okay. We'll see.
I mean, if anything, you could just start over, start a new one, and then turn it sideways so like that. It's because I know if you start it straight up like that, it'll keep going on.
Okay. Just see how it looks when it loads up.
Yeah, it's just loading stuff. That way.
Yeah, we live right now.
GMS News.
Behold the days. Yo. I never knew that was your page this whole time. Spiritual.
Can you see it from there or no?
Yeah, I can see it perfectly.
You see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
We should be good then.
Okay.
It's low on mine, but
I mean, it just keeps. It might be the internet out here though.
Yeah, it might be slow, but it'll be on there.
Yeah, it should be good. As long as it says line, be good.
Come.
Let's go ahead and start it up.
All right. You good?
Yeah, I'm tied up, man.
All right. One of y'all can pull it up just in case we got comments.
You put it
like that.
Okay.
That's why I always pull it up. Just brothers get some comments in there. We might get to them.
So you want to jump it off?
Yeah.
All right. All right, Shalom. This is Abadiah from GMS Tampa Bay 07, GMS Abad, GMS Rai. Right now I'm here with the brother Kuala Amath from Missouri, right? Come from Missouri. Of course, here with the brother Ash from GMS Tampa 07. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honor to our elder apostles, great millstone, all right, who do rule well, who are the future rulers of Israel in carnality today. I want to say sing a salutation to all you sincere brothers out there that's constantly making yourselves living sacrifices every day you go out and do camp and put up videos. And I'm going to say peace and blessings and salutation to you sincere Akawakim, you sisters out there that's also learning in truth and sincerity as well. All right. And I'm going to bring out a precept the brother wanted me to open up with. It's the 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, the 18th verse. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth.
And that's what you see right now happening in the planet Earth. Just as what took place in Florida was what? Hurricane Irma. Irma was what? A visitation of the Lord. Because it was a category, it was the storm intensified to a point that they couldn't even categorize it. So that's something that's above what you call men's perception. Because at one point they thought, oh, level 5 is as high as it can go. But no, the Lord showed that he can make a storm intensify to a point that you can't even measure it. That's showing the power of the Lord, man. There's going to be, like the apostles tell us, there's going to be a time where you won't know. You have to give what you saw accreditation to the Most High. It's not going to be global warming. It's not going to be some kind of, oh, it's just a hurricane. No, because this hurricane was not normal, man. It was the most mass evacuation that's ever been done on history, man. So you got to give accreditation to that. Read that again, huh?
Gun. This is 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, the 18th verse.
Mm-hmm.
And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth.
And that word nigh goes into the word close. So this is how you know the Lord is coming close to the planet Earth, because of these things that's taking place. You see what? Hurricane Harvey. You've seen all these things that are taking place because he's drawn nigh to the earth. Because he's going to send his son back, and his son is going to do damage to the planet Earth. That's why it says the slain of the Lord shall be many. You read what? Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51. You get into those scriptures, you see that the Lord is going to come back, and it's not going to be a nice thing. That's why it says, what is the day of the Lord for you? You want the day of the Lord, but what is it going to be for you? It said it's dark and gloominess. There's going to be mass amounts of punishment out here, because what? We're in the time of what? You got people that are arrogant against the words of the Lord. They don't want to give reverence. They want to reverence everything else but the Most High. You know? And his son, because the son is the one that orchestrated the planet Earth and built it through his power. The Lord is the architect. The Most High is the architect. Okay? He drew up the plans, and he allowed his son to come and make the plans. So now he had to be, just like if you see a great building, what do they say? Oh man, damn. They'll give accreditation to the building company, but what do they give most credit to? The architect.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing now. We're in the time of giving glory to the Lord. Like the Lord said, he's a power that hides himself. He don't have to be on forefront. He don't have to be in front of your face. But he knows what? That's showing true power. When you're so powerful, you don't got to be on forefront. You don't got to put the pride out there. You can hide yourself and let people, you know, stem up their own beliefs, you know, because you're so powerful. You don't have to front on the front street. You don't have to need the glory 24/7, man. You know. Go ahead, Doc.
If I may speak on
you got anything? Come on, man.
If I may speak on it as well, like if you look at the elite today, the so-called elite, the Illuminati, they hide themselves. They're not putting themselves out there to make any major moves. You know, they set people up. They have puppets, and you have puppeteers.
Come.
And going on, this is 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, the 19th verse. And we'll begin, and if I may, I want to edify a little bit on this.
Yeah, come on.
And we'll begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly.
And who is that? We know that to be what? These Edomites, okay? These Edomites have hurt unjustly. Because what did the Native Americans do to these Edomites? They gave them what? They gave them the ability to cultivate the land. They gave them the ability to live over here in the northern hemisphere. And what happened, man? They were hurt unjustly. But that's through their sins, though. That's why it says no one perish being innocent. We ain't out here telling you that, oh, we're just these spotless lambs and we just got all this done to us. No. We deserve what we got, but in the same point, you got to pay for what you do.
That's right.
If you go to a restaurant, you order filet mignon, a bottle of 1986 wine, okay, $5,000 bottle of wine, you got to pay for that. You got to pay. And those sins, that's what that sin is. That's a $5,000 bottle of wine, a $100 cut of steak. You got the Kobe beef. You got to pay for that, man. Kobe beef is what? Putting the children of Israel in bondage, man. Stealing the land that doesn't belong unto you. All these things are high-priced items that Esau has put upon his list. Go ahead, Ak.
And with that being said, some people they build up tabs, like the brother said. You go to a restaurant, you can't pay. What they make you do? Wash dishes. But Esau,
they put you in slavery.
They put you in slavery. I was just gonna say that. The water, brother.
No,
You on point.
I knew what you were saying.
Yeah. So with Esau Edom, they built up a tab. They can't pay, so they're gonna be indentured servants until the end of time, end of their time, so to say.
And that end of that time is 1,000 years.
That's right, brother.
After that 1,000 years, you're done. We ain't gonna need you.
But check this out. Remember, 1,000 years to us is one day to the Most High. So 1,000 years to them, when the Most High brings His kingdom on earth, is gonna be like forever. All right. Now going back, 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, the 19th verse, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. Now, if I may bring out the etymology of that word inquisition. Inquisition, 14th century, judicial investigation, act or process of inquiry.
If you judicial, because what does the word judicial go back to? The law.
Judges.
That goes back to the law. So we're judging Esau by the law. That's why it says you shall not what? You shall not let a body hang from the tree. They let our body hang from a tree
before the sun goes down.
Exactly. You got to take that body off the tree.
Right.
So when they let us our bodies hang from the tree, that those are going into what? Judicial laws, man. We're not coming from our laws. We're not condemning from our laws. We're going from the what? The law, statutes, and commandments that are heavenly. You know?
Prime example. In the book of Exodus, if a man stealeth a man and selleth him, and he still be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. That goes back to the judicial law, because the first 5 books of the Bible is known as the
Torah. Yeah, the Tanakh.
It's the
Torah, but Tanakh.
But Tanakh, come after that. So with that being said, that means that you still under the law of Moses. You know?
Yeah, read that, man. That definition is cold-blooded. One more time.
Well, right back. This is Inquisition etymology. It says judicial investigation, act or process of inquiry. Now, with that being said, you also had the Spanish Inquisition of the Jews that was in Spain. All right, during the time of Queen Elizabeth, I forgot. You had King Ferdinand, and you forgot Queen Isabella. They had the Inquisition against the Jews at the time, which would have been the Southern Kingdom at that time. But they didn't go according to the law because they knew who we were at that point. Just like today, knowing that the Gadites and the brother he's a so-called Puerto Rican, he's an Ephraimite. Go back to the movie 1492. They had to read from the Apocrypha to know that the people on the Western Hemisphere of the world were the Israelites, so to say. All right, but they didn't keep none of the judicial laws. So I'm gonna read this precept one more time. I'm gonna continue on the reading for this brother. This is 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, the 19th verse. And will begin to make inquisition of them, where they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness.
Because look, at the end of the day, we didn't do nothing to Esau to deserve that wrath from him. Yeah, we put him in slavery, but the slavery we put Esau in the time of King David and King Solomon, those are righteous slavery. You see what I'm saying? Because you have Israelites that can go into slavery. You know, what you have King David or not King David, but Jacob. Yaquab, when he went into slavery under his uncle. That was slavery. And he told his uncle, he said, look, I'll go into slavery for what? 7 more years for your other daughter. Rachel. The one that he wanted. So he said, look, I'll take this slavery. I'm going to take this hit to get to what I want. So it was nothing for men to be like, look, put me in slavery. And he didn't go buck against it. He went into actual slavery. He had to work in what is that, Laban?
Lebanon? It was in Lebanon? No,
it was Laban. Yeah,
it was Laban.
I'm sorry. It was Laban.
What was Isaac's wife?
Because Israel wasn't established yet. I think it was Syrian. They was like
okay. Well, we'll say it like this: when he went under it,
it was his uncle.
It was his uncle.
It was his uncle. Yeah.
He knew that this is a slavery, but he was technically wasn't going off, but he sort of lied to him. Because he said, look, give this daughter. But he knew that he had to give the oldest first.
By the law.
But he supplanted him.
It was Rebecca's brother.
Exactly. He supplanted him. But he said what? He got both of them, though. But he said, look, these certain sheep, these certain goats, you get. These ones I get. But the Lord made it to where he got the majority of it. Yep. So he left out of there with great riches because what? That goes into the transition of the story when he went and met Esau. Because what did he send to Esau? Caravans of goods, man. So that the Lord set that up to where Jacob would be able to send that to where when he came to Esau wouldn't kill him. You know, because it says what? A gift destroyeth the heart.
Exactly.
So Jacob was supplanting Esau even then. Because what did he meet Esau? He gave him with a kiss. After all them gifts, man, it's hard to be mad at somebody when you done got some lamb,
all this and that,
gold, silver, a little bit of this. Look, you be like, damn.
Man, I can't be mad. Look at him.
I can't be mad. Look, I got all this. So he probably gave him a little something back, but in the same sense, we're coming to the point of being what, man? It's a supplanting, man. Okay? It's all about the setup, how the Most High wants it to go. You want to read that again?
Come. And speak on what you said, like you said, it's all about the supplanting. The Most High supplanted Esau to be his whooping stick against us. You know? This is 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, 19th verse. And will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled.
Unrighteousness goes into what? Against the law. If you're unrighteous, that means you're against the law. Because what is righteousness? If you're going against, you go with the law. So Esau's hurt us unjustly. Okay, that's why we're putting up his charges to his face. That's why if you read in Revelations, it says what? It says that it says he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Those are the things that are set up. We're coming to you and putting your sins to your face. Yeah, you took us in slavery, but you're gonna have to pay for that, man. You can't just take that steak to the mouth and walk out of the restaurant. You can't do it.
That's real. Keep going, brother.
Mm-hmm.
All right, come on. 20th verse. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away.
That's what you see now. That's what we're in the trading. We're in the world that's beginning to vanish away. All the things that are done in this world are beginning to vanish, man. The ways of the world. I mean, people are tired of so-called what do they call it? Democracy. They're tired of that, man. Democracy ain't done nothing. What has it done for people? What do you see people at? They're in worse straits than they was. Look at Walmart's. Let's look at the situation of Walmart's. Walmart's have conglomerized, if that's a word. When you conglomerize something, you focus the wealth of a town into one spot where other people get it. The town doesn't get it. If you had multiple business, if I had to go get my bell peppers over here, my onions over here, my juice over here, the whole town would eat. Even though I got to drive a couple places, but the whole town would eat off that. But now when you have a Walmart, it's conglomerized, it's monopolized. So only one person is really getting the profit from the whole town. The town does not eat off of that. It's like a leech. When a leech attached to your body, it sucks the blood that's in your body. Just because it's attached to your body and looks like it's a part of your body, it technically isn't. Okay, it's sucking the life from you.
It's a foreign body.
Just feeding off you.
Exactly. It's feeding off you to what? Make its own self survive. It's not beneficiary to the body, man. That's what these corporations have become. They're leeches, man. Parasites. You know? Because what do Walmarts do? When a Walmart comes to a town, it kills the local business.
You're absolutely right. All the mom and pop shops, it kills them all. Exactly. Like up in North Florida, you have a lot of mom and pop shops and businesses, because if you bring a Walmart in there, Walmart will monopolize the economy of that small city or that small town, and all them people that'll be out of businesses. You know, so like you said, you know, that's what they're doing. They monopolize. That's what that game Monopoly's about. If you own all the property on the board, everybody got to pay up on you.
No matter what you roll, you gotta pay.
You gotta pay. That's it.
And even if you got a product, you want to get it in that store, you gotta what?
Pay.
You gotta pay.
Contract.
You gotta pay for advertisement. You gotta
all
pay
that.
Esau, man, he's a swindler, man. He'll swindle you out of anything, man. Just like he swindled all these people that left Florida, man. And stocked up
waters.
Water.
Yeah.
Taking all the peanuts off the shelves, taking everything, man. Everything but the shit that you really need. Cause you go to the fruit and vegetable aisles, Coke in the water, all that shit's still full.
Still full. The good stuff.
The good stuff.
The real good stuff.
Yeah.
But the Dasani water and the Gatorades, them shit's gone. First day they said the hurricane was coming to this area. Shit was gone.
And if I might add too, like on a regular day, like when I go shopping, people always buy Pepsi and like Mountain Dew and stuff. I go straight Coca-Cola. I go straight and get my gallon of water. I get straight gallons of water. But when the hurricane started coming, all that Pepsi and Coca-Cola was full, but there was no water. So people constantly know what they need to survive, but they're gonna go out and get what they want. Cause all them sodas and stuff, they didn't go get that day.
They knew that what would survive them and be sufficient for them.
Exactly.
You know, that's why in this time, man. That's why it says the people that shall be willing to dare thy power. Once they see that this right here is the real truth, this is the real meat that you need to survive, they ain't gonna go after the world. That's why these thug dudes, these halfway. We're like halfway crooks, you know? That's what they is. They're halfway crooks, man. We right here, we coming with wholesome, man. Being wholesome in this world is scary, man. You know, because you're letting your heart out, man. Because what is the man that's out here doing the work? We care, because what did Yahweh Shai said? If you love me, feed my sheep, man. We're out here feeding the sheep. If you go out there and you're a farmer, you ain't gonna feed the sheep a grain, and all of a sudden you're gonna mix some rocks in there.
No.
Why would you be out there feeding the sheep?
It's not wholesome.
It's not wholesome for them. So you're giving them something that you know that's going to provide them, because those sheep are going to be beneficiary to you in the long run. You get what I'm saying? Because what? You're going to know them sheep are going to grow up on good grain, and then at the time they're going to be slaughtered, and you're going to eat of that sheep.
Get the wool off of them. And if you're feeding them garbage, you know, their wool may not come out, you know, the texture it should be.
It's gonna be brittle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the time we're gonna come to a time where we're gonna eat of these sheep, and it's gonna be a benefit, man.
And it's spiritual. Now, hey, if I may add too,
Come on
brother,
now,
like
come
with the
on.
elders, when the elders be feeding us and we're eating, now the elders are gonna feed off of us as well, cause we're gonna become as living sacrifice like unto them. But at the same time, what are they eating? Flesh of our flesh, the blood of our blood.
Yeah.
Cause are we not? We're a part of Yahweh Shai.
We're a part of that body, man. We're all in that one stead, man. We're not all doing this because what? At the end of the day, you're gonna reward because that sheep that you fed right is gonna be something that the Lord said what? And when He said in Psalms, He said what? Healing is in my wings. When I come, I will reward man according to their works. So if you feed them sheep right and the Lord assesses that and takes that, you're gonna be rewarded for the way that you fed those sheep.
You get what you put out.
Exactly.
That's it.
So if you out here feeding like IUIC, ISUPK, all these other groups, they're feeding the sheep what? Stagnant water, messed up grain. So they might get a little reward, but it's according to their works.
Exactly.
They might just barely they might be part of the 1/3, man.
Never know.
They might not be a part of that government body. They might make it just because they brought some people to the truth. Because a lot of men say, what? Oh, yeah, I learned. I came in. I seen Nate the first time.
Yep.
But then yet I seen the apostles and I learned from them.
Con.
You know? So that's the same thing now. Well, we heard from you. So you're going to get a so-called reward, but it ain't going to be what the apostles get. The men that did the work diligently, you ain't going to get what they get. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be on that same level because there's order to this thing. Every man ain't going to be on that same level, man. You're going to have Israelites that have their head up and the Israelites that have their head down. What forces you to have your head down is mistreating the word, man.
Scripture says some shall wait till everlasting shame.
Yep. Daniels.
And what? To contempt. You going to be mad?
You gonna be like this, man?
I was that nigga scoffing?
That was me.
You still gonna have a shine about you, but you gonna be like this.
You gonna try and lift their head up. Their head gonna weigh like a ton. They ain't gonna want to lift it up. Nah, I'm good.
I don't want to lift it up.
I don't want to see the Lord right now. I'm ashamed. Right. Same thing with a dog. When a dog know he done something wrong, when they sit there with his tail between his legs and his head real low, I know you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know he did something wrong.
Especially when you call them too.
Yep.
That's when they know.
They won't
Because
come out. They just
you'll call them. They'll know you're standing by where they messed up at, and you'll call them out, and they won't want to come to that. They want to see their sins, man. You know, that's why Yahushua said that He's gonna put that body on again. So then, when He puts that body on, the same ones that said, "Give us the thief," they're gonna be contempt, because He said He's gonna put that very same body on, man. That's heavy, man.
I mean, and when you say a body, you talking about the body who was afflicted in.
Exactly. That's why when He took it up,
they gonna cry.
the same ones that had the nail holes in the side.
Say it again.
the ones that were saying crucify him.
Come.
They're gonna be real shameful, man.
Yep.
Because that body's gonna be put on again, and the elect is gonna mourn the right way, but the 2/3 and the ones that come back, they gonna mourn off, man. They ain't gonna mourn like we were mourn, man. They're gonna be like, man, damn, man, I didn't believe it. That wasn't the Lord. I didn't believe it. That's gonna be a whole different mourning. We gonna mourn to say the water. We gonna mourn like, you know what I'm saying, like a loved one that is lost, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gonna mourn like. You ain't gonna mourn like, man, damn, I rejected them. No, because if we have the oil now, we had it back then.
And to add on, that's why the name of this live feed is called Behold the Days. Because we're living in those days right now where we're not ashamed of what we was doing 2 or 3 years ago when prophecies was in the full of physat, as Jake like to say, a physat. The prophecy wasn't flourishing as it would during the first day of spring. But now that these prophecies are flourishing right now the same people that were making mockery of us, the tables are being turned. Now we making mockery of them, and now they want to walk by and, hey, you know, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all stay strong, but not knowing that in that day you're going to be ashamed. Because right now we being exalted. But we only being exalted on behalf of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because all glory goes to them. But does not it say that through our afflictions we shall be partakers? It said, you know, by being partakers of Yahushua's affliction, talking about 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, the 12th verse and on down. He said that we shall receive the same glory on behalf of Yahushua, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And I'm just roughly paraphrasing. So that's right now. We beholding those days. Because the elder apostle Tahar, elder apostle Gabar, and going back to elder apostle Rumlab and on down, 30, 25, 20, 15 years, they didn't witness what's happening right now, man. But they still kept their faith, and they kept pushing, and they've been steamrolling ever since then. Cause they've been holding those days, cause they had faith, and right now we been holding those same days right now, and we're living in it. Okay. Is you want to keep going on that?
Yeah. That might be a little bit on.
Okay, a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's the second Ezra, the 6th chapter, the 21st verse. And the children, I'm sorry, 20th verse. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I shew these tokens. The books shall be opened
And that's these scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
The books are being opened now, man. That's why if you go to these churches, the churches don't know what we're saying.
The book's closed.
Exactly, the closed to them, man. You gotta have to understand it, man. We're not doing this of our own selves. We're not out here. That's why we don't brag and boast. That's why you don't see us on the corner with a sign talking about we have the truth. You know, the sign is ourselves being out there, man. That's the banner. That's the banner that's being lifted up, man. We don't have to go out there and say, yeah, come to this. No, man, the Lord brings you to this, man. This banner right here, that's why it says the sheep heareth my voice and they know of me. If you don't hear that voice and you don't have the comprehension, you don't know what we're talking about. You think we're talking crazy, man. But if you know that you're talking the truth, this is going to attain to you. It's going to grab you, man. Just like I know you brothers can attest, and you brothers out there in the world, man. You know, when you heard this, man, it was something that grabbed you.
Yeah.
You couldn't dodge it. You could have tried to ignore it, but you would have thought about it. You would have thought about it. No matter what wickedness you was doing, you would have thought about this, man. That's why the Lord said, look, the sheep know of my voice. We had it back then. We're not getting this oil now. You didn't get it now. That's why you have to believe in reincarnation. If you're getting messed up now, you did something, man. If you're being glorified now, you did something. Every person, there's something there. What is it? I hate to get carnal, but the so-called Jew, Einstein, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, man.
Yep.
That's what you're seeing. For every action we did back then, if we died with the truth, the Lord gave us the truth again when we came back in this life.
The spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet.
Come on, come on. What is that?
You want me in corner, brother? You'll be in spirit.
Give me 2 Corinthians 5 and 7.
Okay, brother. Come.
5 and 17. 5 and 17.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5. I believe the brother said verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, if any man be in Mashiach, he is a new creature.
See that? If we be in the Lord, we're a new creature. So that's why you know the world, the other guys in the world are not in this truth for real. Because if they were in what we in, they would be what? A new creature. A new creature doesn't walk the same. It doesn't talk the same. It doesn't act the same. It don't even look the same. You might look at yourself and be like, damn, I don't even look like I was before. You got a beard on. You got a stout look. Some brothers have been swole. You get swole up through the truth because of you just taking care of yourself. It ain't the fact that you trying to do that. Just because you taking care of yourself now. You want to go to the gym and, you know what I'm saying, or want to do something or box or do anything like that because you want to exercise this body, man. Because it says the temple of the Lord is within you. So you don't want to defile the body. So you want to do things that's going to benefit the body so you can function on a high level, man. It's not the same. It's a difference between being carnal with it and being spiritual. Once you be spiritual, you're going to function on a high level, man. You know what I'm saying? Your pH level is right. So you're gonna think sharper, man, than the average nigga, man, that's smoking blunts and eating fried chicken all day, man. Your level is not going to be on the same as that guy, man. It's not bragging or boasting. It's simple facts, man. Look at the pH of a body. Them niggas are low pH. How can they comprehend this?
Their mind's acidic. There's no way you can't function with them on the same frequency. Cause their entire mind is acidic, brother.
God, it's like this. Even with pork, right? Once you touch a dead carcass of a pork, you defiled, right?
Already.
Right? So imagine when you eat pork, how long does it take for a piece of meat to digest through your body?
If I'm not mistaken, Apostle Hart said you can never get rid of the traces of pork in your body, man.
So you're defiled.
You're defiled
for days and if not weeks on end till that pork is literally pushed. That's why, look, some of us, we had to come in this truth and get cleansed. The Lord might put you on a strict diet, or He might put you on a strict regimen. That's to cleanse you, to build you up, because you got a whole bunch of, because what, parasites come from certain meats that you eat, okay? Because every human body got parasites in them. So the parasites that's in your body break down meat.
Mm-hmm.
So when you dealing with this body right here, man, the Lord knows. That's why when the Lord was dealing with the Israelites in Mount Sinai, he said, look, cleanse themselves 3 days. Then I'll come see them. Why was it 3 days? Because how much does it take for your body to push stuff out,
I
man?
feel like we're in class right now.
Go ahead.
Prime example. During the time in the book of Daniels, when they told him to come eat from the king's meat, Daniel said, I can't eat what the king eat. How about this? Give me and my brethren the wheat. We only gonna eat vegetables and drink water, and then we'll the water, and we'll see whose countenance shall be greater in that day. When they came with it, when the week was up, whenever the duration was up, they was in better
10 days.
10 days, brother. The water. When the 10 days was up, man, that was in a better visage, depending on pronunciation, than the people who was in the king's court.
Yeah.
You know. But I mean that doesn't mean nothing wrong with meat, but it goes to show you that, like the brother says, it's all about balance. You know, you got to balance out everything, really. Mm-hmm. You know, like you talking about carnal, you talking about spiritual. You could touch the carcass of a pork,
and then you're done.
And you know you already defiled. But when you eat it, that's what it does to your spirit.
Yeah.
Cause you just touched it. Okay, you already defiled. But spiritually, what are you doing to your body when you ingest that?
Yeah, you ingest that into. So it's got to go through your bowels. It's got to be processed. It's got to be broken down. Mm-hmm. Then it's got to pass through your
molecularly.
Exactly. So the Lord knows down to a scrimmage. He said, "I know pork is still in your body." Mm-hmm. That's why it says all the ones that Israel was a couple days, if not a week or so, out of pork before they got to Mount Sinai. So when they got to Mount Sinai, it was like he said, look, let them cleanse themselves 3 days. When they cleanse themselves 3 days, why couldn't he come then? You gotta extrapolate out of these scriptures. Why didn't the Lord come then and said, Moses, I'm gonna come tonight? He said, no, 3 days. I want us to cleanse all of them. Don't let a cow come on the mountain. Don't let them graze on here. So the Lord is precise. So you guys talking about, oh, everybody can make it. You don't know the power you're dealing with. You're dealing with a precise power, man, that wants everything calculated, man. That's why you get the word omnipotent. When you get the word omnipotent, means he's everywhere. In everything, man. Everything. That's why he has the ability in Isaiah to make a woman's hair not grow. He knows the amount of hair that's on your head. He can literally molecularize your body, man. He can turn off your hair follicles, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the power we deal with. That's why he said, all Judah women, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, I'm going to cut your hair off. Hey, come on, man. And then allow the other tribes to grow their hair.
Mm-hmm. That's a curse onto the head tribe.
No.
And I'm going to go back to what you wanted in 2 Corinthians, and I'm going to bring something out on that. And we're gonna,
come on. Yeah.
Let that brother bring out what he got. That brother been patient. This is 2 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter, the 17th verse. Therefore, if any man be in Mashiach, he is a new creature. Mm-hmm. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Now I'm going to bring out a precept for that verse right there. This is Ephesians, the 4th chapter, the 22nd verse. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt, according to the deceitful lust.
Because it's saying that our old man is corrupt, man. The man that we was before we came in this truth was corrupt. Okay? It was broken down. It wasn't right. And if we can look at that word corrupt, you know, let's look.
I got it.
You got it. You know, that man corrupt. We can also know is what broken down, not right. The old man that we was before we came in this truth was not right, man. It wasn't adjustable. That's why you got a lot of our people being what? They want to be in the streets. They want to do this. They want to do that. Everything has balance, man. There's nothing wrong with having things, man, nice things or whatever like that. But you got to have a balance of it. Once you have a corrupt mind, you have those nice things. You instantly corrupt those nice things. The Lord created all of this stuff for us to enjoy.
If you have a corrupt file on a computer, you can't do nothing with it. You can't open it. You can't rewrite it. You can't do nothing with it. You just got to delete it. These people, you know, continue to be corrupt. We were corrupt at one point, but that was the old man. You know, we put on the new man. It's a new creature, like Brother Red. You know, we put away the old man. But these people, they stuck in their old ways, their current ways. They're corrupt, man. The only thing to do with them is destroy them.
Yeah, you got to reset them. It's just like a fuse. If you have a fuse that's blown in a house, what do you got to do? You got to reset it. You got to reset it. That's what it does. That's why if you look at what is it called? A caterpillar. Okay, a caterpillar. A caterpillar is a corrupt thing. Okay, but once it turns to a butterfly, you see what I'm saying? It goes into a shell.
It's a new creature.
It's a new creature. That's what you got to be. You got to actually put away that old. Dudes still want to be caterpillars, man. When you're supposed to be a butterfly, man. You see what I'm saying? You want to be a cicada. Even cicadas that come out. You hear the noise when they got to go into a shell. They got to be in there for a certain time, and then they got to bust out of the shell and they can fly now. They can do when they're in the larva stage, they can't fly. That's why the Lord said, you shall mount up with wings as the eagles. Because what happens to a lot of the creatures that metamorphose, they can fly.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's just going deep. You know what I'm saying? It's just going deep. Look it up, Akim. You know what I'm saying? Don't believe us. Look it up, man. That's what the Lord is. That's why Solomon said, look to the ant. If you want to look how the Lord is going to do us, look to the creatures, man.
Yes.
Okay, and when a butterfly, it's a caterpillar stage, that's the old man. That's our old man. But what? Then it goes into that stage, that point in time where it's going to be in the cocoon for a while. But what? It's not. It doesn't mean it's not getting nutrients. That's the stage we're in right now. We're in that cocoon. We're getting the nutrients, which is the scriptures. We're getting fed right now. So when that point in time comes up, we're healthy enough to start flying, man.
You know what it is? Because they're eating off that old body.
Exactly.
Come on. Hey, I got you, brother.
Come on, look.
Spirit is flourishing.
Yeah.
Back into Ephesians, the 4th chapter, the 23rd verse. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
See? We're renewed. Being renewed means what? Back again, new is brand new. Beginnings. We're having new beginnings, man. That's what the Lord is allowing us to take place. We're getting new. That's why we don't act like the dudes in the world.
I got corrupt whenever you ready.
We don't act like the world, man. The world really doesn't really attain to us. It doesn't cling to us, because it says what? If we was the world would love us, man. We'd be all stars in the world. We'd be what? Super rappers, man. If we were Drake, we'd have to bat people off of our house because we outside, man. There'd be people taking pictures of us and all this. But now what? We're Israelites. We're coming to this truth, but we're not being loved by the world. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, Doc.
Come on. This is Ephesians 4:24. And that ye put on that new man, which after the most high power is created in righteousness and true holiness. Now, when I read the 22nd verse, the brother asked me to bring out that word corrupt. When you go into the blue letter, it's Strong's G 5351. Definition 1, which says I, but it's 1B. To lead away a Christian church from that state of knowledge and holiness in which it ought to abide. So when you speak in corruptible Pharisees, when you speak in corruptible heresies,
that's because that's what a lot of these dudes are doing, because they are of the Pharisees,
Exactly.
The wicked ones, man.
The wicked ones.
That was a spiritual saying when you say that.
Exactly.
Spirit made you put that out there.
Because Paul said, I'm a Pharisee
He's
of the Pharisees, but he's not wicked.
Yeah, exactly.
Sadducees, all Sadducees and Pharisees aren't wicked, so to say. But you got certain Christians, certain sects who actually are wicked. Because when it says to corrupt, that basically means to defraud or to blaspheme what's written inside the scriptures. Because when Yahweh said, I'm only sent for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, he's talking about all Israel. He's not. The Lord said he's only sent. So you have these churches today proclaiming that God loves everybody, that as long as you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, well, the first thing you got to ask them is, can you show me in the Bible where it says that? And when they go to John 3:16, well then how do you account? Well, then how do you account for John the 17th chapter? When he said, "I pray for them, I pray not for the world." And the scripture says, it says the Lord is not the author of confusion. So that means that you people are confused, because the scripture says, "Cursed be the man that put his trust in man." Because we wasn't learned by man, we were learned by the Spirit. What it said about Yahweh on the scene, St. John the 7th chapter. It said how is it this man knowing letters never being learned? Because they never saw him in their educational system.
No.
But Yahweh had all the answers to everything they spoke of and thought about.
That's why when he was 12, the Spirit was on him as a child, man. He just came into what you call puberty, which is being pubescent, which is going into being of a man.
Go ahead, brother.
When you get into being of a man, then you're what? You're not old. You're not. That's why it says, as a child I spake as a child. As a man I put away childish things.
That's right.
So when Yahushua came as being as a man, he knew what? Oh, I got to put away this childish things. His mind was instantly, because the spirit in him was so bold, he already was doing things of the law. He was doing things because he went with physicians, which is what? Men of the law, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is a quick precept for you. You can break it down. This is Galatians 6:15. It says, for in Mashiach neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature.
Right. So when they speak about because you also had a part in the book of Acts where you had people that was scrummaging and arguing because they're saying like these men aren't circumcised, or they're saying that we're circumcised and they're not. But none of that listen, being carnal minded is death. So whether or not you circumcise yourself physically or not, is whether or not if you took off that old man and put on that new man. What did Yahushua say to Nicodemus in St. John the 3rd chapter? You must be born again. And what did Nicodemus say? So I had to go into my mother's womb? Yahushua looked at him like, aren't you supposed to be a teacher of the law? Aren't you supposed to be one of the wise priests? He basically was saying that, listen, you have to let off what you... Bruce Lee even said it. It's basically saying you got to empty your cup. It's not this knowledge known as water. You have to empty your cup. Everything you ever known in life, forget it. And then learn this. And it's going to always be in the back of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because it's best to... you want to be book smart and street smart. But at the same time, you got to empty your cup, and you got to drink from the cup of your Yahushua.
Go ahead, brother. That's a cut to the nigga Sakari, man. When the nigga Sakari said, "Oh, I came up as a street nigga, but then I came in the truth. My foundation's the street." No, my dude, you didn't empty that cup, man.
You never did.
You see what I'm saying? Because this cup right here forces you to humble yourself, man. Yahushua said he went into the sting of death, man. He didn't have to. He knew. He said he said, "Look, my Father would give me legions of angels." The Lord would have gave him a legion, but he looked at him like,
"What that Luke?" Yeah, I remember.
He would have looked at him like,
"No, you're not. I can call a legion.
This is carnal."
And a legion is over like 6,000 angels.
And one angel can destroy that planet Earth, man. So that would have looked. The Lord wouldn't have been proud for that. That's why I tell brothers, man. The Yahushua made the Father proud, man. It made him proud. That's why when he's in the heavens, give me Revelations 5, right? Real quick. Revelations 5 and start at the top. When you read that, it says, look, the Father was proud of his Son. It was proud to call him his only begotten. It wasn't just, oh, this is my only begotten. He's saying, look, this right here.
This right here.
You see what he just did? You know when the Father in the carnal world, his Son scored like 22.
My son that got a 20-yard run.
Yeah. He done hit like 29 feet throws tonight. Or 3-pointers, you know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Hype, man. You getting hype because you seeing the work your son is putting in, man. He's not just he's just got it because he's the son of the Father. And now he got it because he earned that, man. That's why it says, look, Revelation 5, right?
This is Revelation 5, chapter 1. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book.
That book was always there. The angels looked at it. Yahushua looked at it. When he was in the spiritual world, that book was always in the Father's hand. You probably wondering, like, man, what's that book? We knew it's the scriptures. We knew it was the scriptures. The angels knew because they're on a higher level. Exactly. But I'm saying, though, on a carnal level, man, what's that book? What's behind them seals? Keep going.
That sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside.
Right here, the Bible. Because it's written within and on the backside, man. We go in here, what do you see? Stuff written, man. You see what I'm saying? It's the book. It's the Bible, man. Keep going.
Sealed with 7 seals.
And 7 means completion. That means it was completely sealed to anybody.
That's real.
Besides the Father, man. The creatures didn't know. The archangels didn't know. Yeah, the high mighty angels. I ain't talking about the mediocre angels.
Raphael,
and I don't even, exactly. All of them didn't know. They didn't know. Yahushua didn't know at that time. Yahushua himself didn't know at that time.
Yahushua didn't know. He don't even know when he gonna come back because he was the one.
Because he said it belongeth unto my Father.
Not even the angels in heavens know.
Ooh, come on, man. Hey, hold on. Put them shovels away.
Revelation 5 and 2. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the book?"
That was the emissary. Just like you have a king, a man that he blows the horn.
He said, look, no one is worthy to open the book.
That's
like
right,
he was
that's
announced,
right.
because the Father ain't got to do nothing.
Sir,
the Father
Lord.
just chilling, man. Just like it says he was a plain man. That's where we get our chilling from. Is the Father, man. The Father just on his throne.
Laid back.
He's done everything that man, he's the doer of doers.
Long suffering, brother.
Come on, man.
You gotta be a laid back dude to be long suffering. I ain't worried about that, man. I know
Look.
He
Cock back. Look.
owed me
Cock
$20
back.
last month. He owed me $20 last month. I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about that, man. Lord.
Go ahead,
Back in verse 2, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof?
Come on,
And no man in heaven nor on earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither
Come on.
to look thereon.
So nobody can even look at that book. We could talk about it. We could say it. We could reiterate the book, but we can look upon it. That means the breakdowns. Keep going.
Verse 4, and I wept much because no man was found worthy to open.
So John, the Revelator, that book right there plugged him. That knows that he was a part of them angels in the heavens, man.
He was there.
John wasn't just a light dude. Why was he weeping?
Oh shit.
He was in the court of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
John, Yahushua loved him. He loved him the most. The disciples that was among
So
them.
that knows that John wasn't just some dude way in back. John had to be one of them angels that was head front. That's why he was having that vision of seeing that book, man. Because it says them it's going discern it.
Okay. And I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to their own. And one of the verse 5, and one of the elders saith unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah.
Look, the elders was like, look,
Weep
hold
not.
on, because that's the time when Yahushua accomplished what he needed to accomplish, man. Even Yahushua got weak because he was in a fleshly body and lost track of what he needed to do, man. Keep going.
The Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book.
So you said, look, he did it. Wait,
He's prevailed.
he did it. That's what he was doing. Oh, look, no, he did it. You know, spiritual world. One day is 1,000 years. 1,000 years is one day. So it's like, he did it.
He did it.
He did it. Then it's gonna tell you. That's what you got to put yourself in these scriptures, man.
Elders say that.
Hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals
And
thereof.
prevail means to conquer, to beat, to take over, to accomplish.
Subjugate.
He did it. That's what they were saying. He said he did it, man. You know, in the movies, you did it. You
overcome. You did it. You did it.
Hey, go ahead.
I thought about it the whole time.
Yeah,
I thought about it.
Verse 6, and I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes,
And 7 means completion.
which are the 7 spirits of the Most High, sent forth unto all the earth.
You know, we can go into that, but hey, keep going. There's a little bit more on that. Just a little
Verse
bit.
7, and he came and took the book.
See, this is when the Lord was pleased with his son. This is when he was proud of his son. Because this is, now picture this. He said he came and took the book. The Lord didn't give it to him.
Here, you gonna do this.
You got it. Look, look. It's always been in his hand. The Lord was like, look.
Wait.
He took it, man. Read that again, huh? That's a beautiful, man.
beautiful. I was gonna
Picture
say that.
Yahushua coming and take it, man. He didn't say, because he said, look, Father, is there any other way? The Father said, no, you can't come get this book. Just like Yahushua told Peter, if I don't wash your feet, you have no part in me. That's what he told Peter. Peter was like, no, Lord, I wash your feet. And the Lord said, look, if you do not let me do this, you have no part in me. So the Lord said, look, if you do not do this, you have no part. You can't do it. You have to do it this way.
And it's beautiful because
This is the way.
He's the word. It's meant for me to wash your feet. And the scripture even said, master. It said servants, obey your masters. And as your masters, basically, I'm roughly paraphrasing. Your master's basically gonna obey these servants as well, because the scripture said that his master's not above his servant, neither is a servant above his master. Because Yahushua became a servant unto his own servants.
Yep.
That's a perfect balance.
The scripture, I forgot what exact scripture it is. The scripture say that that the masters should treat their servants as themselves. Because what's what good's a servant that you beat up, can't get up, serving you beat him to a bloody pulp, he can't get up no more.
The water. You wash my feet, I wash your feet too.
Exactly.
The water. That's what
it says. Look, it says I won't. A great boss won't let his employees do anything that he won't do.
That's great.
That's a great boss.
That's a great boss.
A boss will not let. I won't tell you, hey, go pick up that mess if I never picked it up. A boss did it, and I worked like that. I worked a job like that. Where my boss said, look, I'm not going to make you do anything that I won't do. I've done it. If I got to go clean up trash, you got to go clean up trash because I cleaned it up.
Right.
You know, that's the same thing the Lord was telling to his servants. He said, look, man, you got to be humble. The greater you are, humble yourself, man. The greater you are, man, be a servant unto your brother, man. Mm-hmm. And he had spiritual power, man. What dude you know, if a dude has spiritual power right now, he'd be big-headed. I ain't got to do nothing. I got spiritual power.
I can manipulate the elements right now.
I can do anything.
I could form fire in the palm of my hand.
I put 4 feet on you right now.
I put them hands on you. Put the mitts to you.
You know what I'm saying?
Body shots.
But the Lord said, look, man, Peter, simmer down. Let me do this. I'm serving you. Mm-hmm. And the same Peter, denied the Lord, man.
Yes, he did.
The same one that was like, oh, Lord, I ain't going to let you wash my feet. I wash your feet. He was being big-headed, but at the same point, look, he buckled down. He buckled under that, man. The Lord didn't, though. Because the Lord showed being humble is the key to this thing, man.
The meek shall inherit the earth.
The Lord resisted the proud.
Exactly. Resist.
He resisted us. Them dudes that have come in, that's the form of them being resisted, man. The ones that fall out of this thing, they're being resisted, man.
I don't want you.
You know, the Lord doesn't want you, man. He resisted you because you want to be proud about it. This thing is not about being proud. It's about being as humble as possible, man. Because we all deserve death, man. We all deserve a spot in the missiles, man. We all deserve that, man.
Right. Revelation 5 and 7. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne.
So the Father said, Here, my son. Bun. Here you go.
Bun. That's right.
Bun. Take it. Go ahead, Doc.
And verse 8, and when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 4 and 20 elders fell down before him.
I said, look, there he is. Mm-hmm. I said, look, okay. He got the book. That wasn't a light thing, man. That book has been there for ages. Mm-hmm. Centuries.
Nobody was working.
Nobody. He said he got the book. They pulled it to the side. They dropped down to their knees and said, what? That's why you niggas are saying you ain't supposed to praise Yahweh Shai. You crazy?
Yeah. You crazy?
You crazy?
Are you crazy? Are you crazy? If it wasn't for his blood, we wouldn't even be reconciled as a nation. No. First alone, he died for the elect. Yeah. But for the nation?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Are you crazy?
You ain't supposed to worship Yahweh Shai?
Are you crazy?
Don't worship a man?
Look what the beast did. Look what the beast... And that shows the Lord is a lover of creatures. Because he has animals and beasts around him. That's where Jake get it from. That's why Jake got to have dogs. You know what I'm saying? That's our spirit, man. The Lord showing you in himself right there. He said, what? He got angelical beasts. Who knows what they look like? They could look like a praying mantis and an elephant mix. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what?
Hey, brother, we can go to the book of Ezekiel. That one angel had four faces.
Yeah,
four heads.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
That's what the Lord like to dwell amongst, man.
No, we can't. It's not even up to us to fathom that shit because you're gonna bug yourself up.
Paul said that.
That's
Paul said it's unlawful for me to speak of what I've seen. It says it's unlawful. I can't speak it down here.
I can't.
You don't even know how. You know, people that can't even fathom water turning into air. So how you gonna fathom beastly?
That's the
beast in the heavenly terms, you know?
Exactly.
They can fly.
Exactly.
They got power, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord showing you. That's the beast, man. You know what I'm saying? His creatures, his pets, man. Look how Jake loved the animal, man. You know what I'm saying? I got fishes, and I'm like, look, in the spirit just rolls that. The spirit said, yeah. That's the spirit, man. That was the spirit.
He was like, help me.
What y'all doing over there? Go ahead.
Spirit, man.
Yeah, that spirit is beautiful, man.
Revelation 5 and 8. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 4 and 20 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors.
See, them harps and golders, that's us praying. That's why, and it's praying in the true name of Yahweh Shai. So those are the orders and the prayers of the elect. They ain't the orders and prayers of everybody else. That's the orders and prayers of the elect. Because what are we doing? We're praying in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, are we not? So how can that be everybody else? That's us. That's why it says it's about the elect. That ain't to everybody else.
Yeah, it says it next.
Go ahead,
It says, which are the prayers of saints? And what are saints?
The prayers of saints.
That's it.
So like, can you read that one more time?
I started back at the top.
Dang.
Revelation 5:8. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 others fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
Verse 9. And they sung a new song, saying, "Thou art worthy to take the book." And
So the new song,
the new
song what? Transgresses the old song.
Mhm.
The old song is what?
Doesn't
The
wait.
law.
That brother
It
said
doesn't
transgress. I like that.
The law.
Mm.
That's the law.
It-
That's them Nate dudes. Oh yeah, it's about the law. No,
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 it's
no, no.
not.
The new song is Yahweh
Grace
Shai.
and mercy.
That's Yahweh Shai, which is what? Believing upon Him.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say it's about the law because the law is the old song. It says they sung a new song, man, which is include Yahweh Shai, man.
That only the 144,000 will understand.
Could
according to
know,
Revelation the
could
14th
know. I could. Well, you know where I was
You
going.
gotta, hey, brother, I'm right there with you, brother.
Go on, man.
we all three of us on the same frequency.
Yeah, man.
be around a dirtbag nigga, man.
Yeah, man.
But what people are just naturally flocking to us. They don't know what it is. You know, say they don't know what we do. They don't know that we go out on the highways and byways, but they just naturally drawn to us.
They say these dudes ain't the same, man.
But because why? But first and foremost, the Yahweh Shai, he sacrificed himself for his elect.
I got you right
Go
here.
ahead.
This is the book of Hebrews, the 2nd chapter, the 16th verse. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, that he might be a merciful and
So
faithful. Mhm.
that right there is saying, look, he said it behooved him to come down in the flesh because he was always watching over us in the spirit. You know,
Hebrews
he was watching over us in the spirit to say, look, because he was over us in Mount Sinai, he was over us. He always came down. He was down in Melchizedek. You know, he came down. That's why if you look at Revelations, it says the 7 spirits. Those are the 7. Those are the spirits that came down. You know, but now you see Yahweh Shai, what? He came down in what? A fleshly body to be crucified in a fleshly body. He had nerves like we have nerves. And nerve endings in your body, so he felt all that pain. He bled like we bled. They took the spike and plunged it into his side.
Put vinegar in his mouth.
Exact piss,
Beat him.
piss, man.
Yeah.
And that crown, if you look at that, I don't even go into. We'll speak about that later. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go.
I'm starting to get a little mad right now. Start swinging on Esau right now.
Yeah, bring it on Esau.
Throw Esau off the chair.
Yeah. Capsize that nigga, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
man.
give him a real flood. But no, go ahead, Aki.
Con. In Hebrews, the 2nd chapter, 17th verse. Because I remember you was reading in Revelation, the 5th chapter, where he said he died for the sins of his people, right?
Con.
Wherefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. So he came in the fleshly body, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to the Most High, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people.
See? So he reconciliation, man. Just like you slaughter a bullocks, a dove, a ram. The Yahweh Shai was that reconciliation. The Lord was not dealing with us unless we had something to pay for it, man. Because it says what? He that wandereth out the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Salakia, may I add this?
Come on,
In the
now.
book of Amos, the 5th chapter, he said he didn't want to smell your burnt offerings anymore.
he said he
So how
hated
else
it.
can you reconcile yourself with the Heavenly Father? By Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, take from me their holy days. Take from me them things, man.
Let's say, what is it? I despise your feast days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I despise your
despise
feast days. Come, the
He
water.
despised us, man. That's why he told what? He told Moses. He said, I raise from you. I raise from you a nation.
Rock.
The Lord is ready to just rise up from the... Man, the Lord is a scratch-out artist. And he don't got a problem
The
with...
Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah. When you feel like it's not what you really want, yeah, shake that. Let me
Start
restart.
over, yeah.
Because you know an artist can always make another picture.
If you're a great artist, you can always make another picture.
You can have many rough drafts until you have the final piece.
Exactly. That's why, look, man, omnipotent. That's why I said the Lord dwelt in darkness, man. When our power, there was no. It says before ever man's voice was heard, man. That's showing right there in the angels. You don't. There's no. I'm going to. But I'm saying that when you're looking into that breakdown, you saying, look, before man, the Lord was there, man. There was no voice. There was no nothing. He was there. He was orchestrating because I call him the great watchmaker, man. When you deal with watchmaking, you have to make sure every piece is precise. Every cog is wound up. Every string is there. If it's not, the watch won't work.
If you look at watchmaker. Now you said it.
No,
you just said it. I just thought about
his brother. Yeah,
I was gonna say because watchmakers are making a grand piano. Every string, every key has to be on point. Everything has to be tuned.
And it has to be able to be tuned because a piano goes out of tune.
Exactly.
So you got to make sure that it's able to. It's a resistant thing. You got to tune it to a point and then let it hit those resistance. So it's gotta be able to be resistant and take a pounding. It got to be able to take a pounding to be retuned again.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You said the Most High is the watchmaker. Hey, we the watchmen, man. He made us.
We the watchmen.
Exactly. We the watchman. He's our maker. He the watchmaker.
Come on, man. Come on. I never.
Hey, that was beautiful, brother. That was beautiful.
Hey, brother. Hey.
I almost closed my book.
Look, I'm gonna keep my finger on it.
But I almost closed it, brother.
Okay. I said watchman. He said I would give you passes according to mine own heart. So pretty much I would give you watchmen according to my heart. So he tuned us. He made us for this. When you came out your mother's womb, your clock was set. Your springs were set to be a watchman for the Lord, man.
And what do you were going to the watches?
I got y'all.
Configuration of it. What does a watch do?
Tell time.
It tells time. What are the watchmen supposed to do? Tell you the time that
the prophets.
Yeah, exactly. So that's beautiful, man.
Damn. Okay.
I got you right here, if I may.
Yeah, hey, Don't punch it.
This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem,
got it, right?
which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
A watch never stop ticking, man, to that day. It's dead until it's dead.
Brother, to the battery's dead.
And I'm gonna tell you, we're something beyond watch. We're something beyond the watch because there's something where they do in watches is called perpetual time. Perpetual time means all it takes is a winding up process. And you just move your wrist and it'll wind it up. At a point in time, the Lord stopped winding us. So our time stopped. When you stop time, we stopped where we were at. But once you wind us up,
you resume.
You resume the watch. You resume that time taking.
Steer up your pure mind.
So we are perpetual watchmen. That's why it says if you've received this before, you receive it now. The spirit of the prophet is subject unto the prophets. So we're a perpetual watch. We can't turn it off. If we've been this, there's no way we can turn it. Just like Jonah. Jonah ran from it. Jonah didn't want it. Jonah was trying to dodge his watchness.
Try to dodge a bullet,
and the Lord was like, I need you the only watch in the area. Just like an Uber, man. I hate to carnalize it, but an Uber, right? If you're taking an Uber, man, an Uber, you will connect to the closest driver to you, man. Okay? Jonah was the one that needed to go to that place. There was no watch in that area at the time. So the Lord couldn't put it on somebody else to go do it. You the closest Uber. Why am I going to call somebody next door? They're not my Uber. They're not my ride. Jonah was the ride for Nineveh, man. That's why it says every watchman is subject. He was the ride for Nineveh. And he got there and he was mad about it. When Nineveh didn't get destroyed, he was pissed off.
Yes, he was.
He said, man, jump in. And then the Lord said, look at the gourd. He gave him the gourd. He gave him, it said, look, it gave him nutrients. It gave him things till it rotted. He said, now you mad over the gourd. Look at the hundreds of people, thousands of people you just saved. That's with us, man. We get mad at Jake, but in the same sense, look, the elect is what is important, man. The ones that we saving and moving towards, that's the ones that, man, that's important, man. You know what I'm saying? And just like we said it earlier with the whole other situations. Like I said it earlier, I said, look, I can't be the judge of who the Lord gonna save, man.
Right.
Even though I might hate them, but in the same sense, if the Lord gonna save them, who am I? Who am I? If that elect is still there.
Judge the elect.
Exactly, because if that elect is sealed, I'm still going to get up out of here, man. I don't got to like them. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta like them, but as long as what? Me and the ones I do like and the families out, hey man, that's the beautiful thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
So in the same sense, Jonah was commissioned for a job. Just like you got a contract. If I contract you for a job, I'm not looking for this guy to do your job. No, I contracted you. You're the one that signed on the dotted line with me. Why would I go and look at them and say, why didn't you finish this job? I'm not going to get mad at the next guy because he's not the one to sign the contract, man. We are contracted and signed. That's why we came on the planet Earth. The angels desire to do what we doing, man. They looking at us like, man, damn, man. I wish I could do that.
Because hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Hashai, we get to actually proclaim the power of the Most High, the majesty of the Most High. You know, his glory, man. We're the ones actually in these people's faces, telling them what's coming, what the Most High is about to do to these people, what the Most High is about to give us. The angels, man, they don't have that benefit to do what we do in this flesh.
When the angels come out, it's fear. They're gonna show themselves. They gonna see them, but people gonna fear them. Yeah. But us, we gonna come up from the grain, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be in your face.
We come up from the bottom. That would like the Cardinal says, it started from the bottom. We started over here.
Yeah, that's beautiful because, like you said, like people see angels, which they call UFOs, which are chariots of Israel, and they get spooked at that. I seen video with Jake's telling police, "What you gonna do?
Yeah, call the police.
What you gonna do? But guess what? You won't even know. Those angels are actually coverage for us. Mm-hmm. That's suppressive fire for us. But you look at us and mock us and laugh at us, but you don't even know that what you fear is actually on the same playing field as us, and they on our side.
Yeah.
Kind of. In reality, your real threat is right here in front of your face.
You're
looking at the chariots, which the chariots is gonna bring destruction. But the men of the elect, 144,000, is right here, is in the flesh.
Yeah.
They the men that's gonna be beating your ass with a scepter. Yeah. They the one that's gonna be whipping your backs.
Battle acts of war.
Yeah, exactly. What, Jeremiah 51?
Mm-hmm.
We the ones that's gonna cut your heads off, man. See, the angels, you know, we don't know for sure, but they gonna be up in chariots beaming, zapping you idiots.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna be running that knife right through.
Yeah, we're gonna be calling because it says, look, we're gonna control angels, and it says you shall judge angels and men.
Yes, it did.
So we're gonna call angels. We're gonna be able to be like, look, go and destroy them.
Calling the airstrike.
Yeah, we just gonna be like, look, we're gonna Moab you for real. We're gonna spiritually Moab you heathens, man.
Hey.
If you don't come up for the Feast of Tabernacle, we're literally gonna cut off water from you, man. Mm-hmm. You're gonna starve, and you gonna come up there, and you're gonna have to wait, Lord willing, through the Spirit. I always think this, you're gonna have to wait another year to the Feast of Tabernacle, man. So you come up again. So that Feast of Tabernacle, you don't come up. We're going to do a checklist. Moab, Ammon, Ishmael. Ishmael ain't here? Oh, okay. I can see it, Jake. Like, look, you know, heathens gonna be having emissary for them. They're gonna be like, well, Ammon is here. They're gonna present themselves, man. And it's gonna be order, man. You know what I'm saying? When you come up to a king, you bow down and shit. Okay, your people here, you in order? Okay, Khan.
It's gonna be a lot of bowing too.
Man, it's
where's
gonna
your sacrifice?
We're gonna be blessed in that day.
Hey, all heathens gonna need knee pads in that day.
Oh man, and don't come up for the Feast of Tabernacles empty-handed.
Oh no.
You gonna have to come with something.
You might not leave with your hands.
You might leave. You might leave with half of your fucking caravan, man. Yeah. We might slay. You know, the Lord is gonna be. Look, the Lord is about that, man. He's gonna glorify us through Him, man. Just like man. Look, the angels we gonna glorify. So how much more you heathens glorifying us, man? You gonna have to. It's gonna be a what is it called? Barriers, man. You ain't just gonna come to the Lord. You gonna, man, you can come to the gates when you drop off your stuff. Like I always say a joke that the heathen's gonna be like, man, damn, you got to see the kingdom? Yeah, man, I looked at the gates. Bro, I seen the streets of gold. They had emeralds on the street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Emeralds, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna bug out just looking in the gates. Like that's gonna be a blessed position. The ones that dropped off shit to the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why it says our gates are never going to be closed. Because they're going to bring their force unto us, man. We're going to be super rich. Like, being an average Israelite is going to be spectacular, man. And just because our big hearts, we're going to say, man, ain't going to be no broke Israelites, man. The fuck? Just like Esau, right now, you got your people running around here fucking picking tin cans up. Tin cans, man? Being homeless and shit? That shows how much you a devil, man. Because even in our kingdom, we gonna have what? The 10%? Our gardens, man. What, you want some squash? Go get it. Even if they don't want it, we're going to bring it to them.
Yeah, we're going to pick what we need and leave the rest for whoever needs it.
Yeah, man.
We're not going to be grimy niggas like Esau is, okay?
And they go back to the title. Behold the days. Esau, you picking up 10 cans, man. Behold the days. Your kingdom is going down. I mean, you're going to a slow state of slumber. All right? There is no throne. Seat ye down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. There is no throne anymore, man. The Most High is setting up thrones for his elect men. And for Yahushua to come back to bring his kingdom so that he can rule over all you heathens again. And you wicked Israelites, known as 2/3, man.
This is a precept for you. This is Proverbs. Y'all got it. This is Proverbs 4:18. It says, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day, which is the kingdom. The way of...
like, matter of fact, read it again about
the
shining light.
This is Proverbs 4:18. It says, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
So when you say you see you in pitch darkness, you see a light in the very distance, you getting closer and closer, that light's gonna shine brighter and brighter.
Yep.
Just like we getting closer and closer to that day, man. That light, that day is getting more evident to the men of the Lord. Like we so close to this light, man, that it's just blinding us.
You can't even look at it. You like, damn, man.
You still got niggas in gross darkness. They can't even see the light, man. Not even a speckle of it.
Beautiful. And it says the way of the wicked is as darkness.
See? The way of the wicked is as darkness. So these wicked 2/3, because that's really who we care about when we speak about the wicked. Because we know as a whole, the nation of Edom is wicked, but these 2/3, man, they're in gross darkness, man.
It says the way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not what they stumble. They stumble.
Because what, you in complete darkness, you just bust your big toe on something, bust your fucking front tooth because you bust your ass. But what, you don't know what you just stumble on because you're in complete darkness. Go ahead.
It says, my son, attain to my words, incline thine ears unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst of thy heart, thy mind.
Yeah, because these words in that saying, that is the light, man. This word is the light, man. This light is gonna lead you to everlasting life. Hey, follow. Hey, what they say? They like say, hey, when you die, when you cross over to the side, follow that light, right?
Yeah,
follow that white light.
Yeah.
You don't have to cross over to the other side to find that light, man. The Most High he gotta show it to you though.
Yeah.
You know, he actually, the Most High has to show you the light, and then the Most High has to choose you to follow it and not just walk to it. You gotta charge it to the end, man, till you reach that light. And salvation is here. The salvation is when you reach that light, man. You actually find out where that source was coming from. Yeah. Now you understand. Okay, how Shai was giving me this light. Cool. Now I understand.
It would say it would say, hide thyself in thy chambers. That's gonna be the epitome of that light when we go on that other side. You know, because them chariots are gonna be bright, man. Them chariots are gonna be they're gonna be stunting, man. Them chariots have been hiding themselves for a long. They're here now. They're here now. If the Lord will allow them, they'll show themselves now. They're here. They're always around. But in the same sense, they have to hide themselves. With us, why they say they look after what we're doing is greatness, because we don't have to hide ourselves now. We're in front of these people. We're not hiding ourselves. It says, look, let thy light shine. Matthew 5. Let thy light shine before men, that they may see your righteous works. Them angels are righteous. You can see their righteous works if they turn on, because they're righteous. They don't break the law. They ain't up there sinning. They ain't up there rolling up anything. They're up there in pure righteousness. So if an angel show you themselves, they're up there in righteousness, man. But us in this day is what? We are letting our light shine, which is this truth in righteousness in front of these people's face, man.
Exactly. We're not hiding it under a table.
Exactly. Khan.
Or a bushel. This is 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, the 6th verse.
Khan.
For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, hath shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of the Most High in the face of Yahushua Mashiach. But the point I wanted to get at was, for the Most High, Yahweh, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness. Because we are those beacons of light. 144,000 men all over the world. We are those beacons of light in darkness. Because the world right now is in gross darkness. Even if you go back to Isaiah, the 25th chapter, it speaks about it speaks about that covering cast, meaning that all nations are in complete darkness because Esau is ruling the world right now. But now we have the knowledge, which is that light, so we shine out here amongst all these people. Like the brother was saying to me earlier today, you could be walking through the store or something thinking you just a regular dude with a beard in your face because you know how everyday life you just going to get some fruit or something.
Mm-hmm.
But a woman can see you and look at you like you a piece of gold or you a diamond ring.
It turns her, man.
Yeah,
You know
our
what I'm saying?
vibrations is different.
Yeah, exactly. That's the vibrations, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some women, they respect. Some women in this world that have been catered to this world, they not used to men that are intelligently intimidating. When you talking to them and they're intimidating because you're bringing out so much facts and, you know what I'm saying, and insight, they're just looking at you like, what is this?
Hey, wisdom maketh the man
face shine. Come on, that's it.
The light, really.
That's it. That's the precept, man.
That's right.
Our faces to shine, man.
Wisdom maketh the man face to shine.
So,
Right,
like
man.
you were saying, you may be walking through the grocery store. You think you're just an average dude, but she looking at you like, whoa. She don't really know what it is about you. She just like, whoa, there's something about him. He looking rough. He got a beard. It didn't look like he combed his hair this morning. You know, he looking rough.
Real, no, for real.
Looking like a rough man.
It's funny you laughing. It's funny you mention that because that's how it is. That's how they look. They be like, dang, like it's like he has so much confidence, but it's not like he don't care about. Cause you know, it ain't like a brother smell like a trash can, but a brother just woke up, got a rough, kind of scruffy beard a little bit. Ain't even brushed my hair. Just woke up, probably came off of work, but I'm in here. You can see my countenance in my spirit.
Exactly.
Man, women love that, man, cause it's power. It's
you
power.
picking up fruit. You know, this bitch looking at you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of them tell you they if they are real enough, they'll tell you. They say, look, the one thing that I like about you is your confidence. And there's a difference between the world confidence and the world and the confidence we have.
I feel like we grew up together.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's like the confidence you got is a different confidence. It's like you walking with like you know where the head is at. You might not be there yet, but you know your heading. Are you gonna knock a ship because it knows where it's gonna go? Are you gonna be mad at the ship because it knows where it's go? Exactly. No, you gonna want to go. Damn, he knows where he's going at. That's what they respect in us, man. They say, look, this guy know where he's gonna go, man.
We afloat.
Hey, kind of, if I may add to you,
Go
like,
ahead,
these 2/3 and shit, you know, they might have a certain glow about them in a wicked way. You know, they have confidence in a way that they know they're gonna get a lick next Thursday. They might sell some crack this Wednesday. But we have the confidence of knowing what's about to happen on these streets and what's going to happen in the end game. Whether you, that's the thing that it's like women. They can sense the power. They can smell it. They start to do exactly. And a woman's intuition never lies. Whatever they say.
I know, bro. That's why I threw it out there. That's why it's a lot there.
I slid that in there.
But it's true. It's true, brother. Yeah. Because what, like brothers were saying earlier, hey, woman chick goes after power. And what now they seen the power struggle that Esau's going through. And they see the power change coming to pass right now, and they see, wait, who these dudes right here? They're looking confident, more confident.
Boldly, still seeing America going down.
They be like, ain't you a nigga?
It's a lot. Not saying we proud, but we have that confidence because we know it's about to come to pass. We got the Heavenly Father on our side. Who you got?
Exactly. We're not
Tyrone with a 9 mil. Tyrone's probably
Tyrone Biggles. Hey, see, the thing about us that we're not cocky, we're not arrogant. But we stand boldly in the confidence of the Spirit because we stand boldly because we believe in the higher power. See, man is arrogant and confident in his own self because man seeks his own glory. We don't seek our own glory. We know that all glory goes to the Heavenly Father and we shall be partakers of that glory as well. So we're not arrogant, we're not cocky, we're just very confident in what we believe in.
I got your precept, all right.
You're welcome, Mark.
Hey, this is Micah 3:8. It says, but truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Lord and of judgment and of might to declare unto Jacob.
On who?
Unto Jacob.
That's real.
His transgressions, and to Israel his sin.
Now, with that being said, power is a force. So when we out there professing the word, people feel like they're getting rubbed the wrong way.
Yeah, like we attacking them or something.
But
like
we're not even pressing up on you. We prophesying to the wind. But what it is that your spirit had you convicted. That's what it was. Because Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, the last verse says, God has made man upright, but they sought out many inventions. So when we come to speak contrary to your own lifestyle, you get upset with us. But nonetheless, though, we're just messengers. Like a brother said before, if somebody if the mailman bring a pink slip to your house and saying that you got 7 days to get out. Listen, you don't go throwing bricks at the mailman. You don't go bullying the mailman. You don't go punching him. He just a messenger. Same thing with the men of the Lord. We're just a messenger. The Most High.
You get a letter in the mail saying you about to get evicted. You gonna beat up the mailman for it.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't kill the messenger.
I'm just a messenger, man. Don't kill me.
Well, like that. That's that scene on Friday After Next. No, he said, I hope the Cucamonga Cackers play good. They handed him the eviction notice.
He's like, hey, this is a nice house, man. Oh yeah, I play for the Cucamonga Cackers. Yeah, pay good. Then Chico start chasing.
Or back to the ghetto you go.
Back to the ghetto. Yeah, I remember that.
Hey, this is real quick. This is Matthew 6 and verse. This is Matthew 6 and 13. It says, "And lead us into the temple, but deliver us from the evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen." So this power is a part of the kingdom. We're getting kingdom right now because you leads in what? 2nd Ezra, I think 2 and 10, 2 and 5. But it says the kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, man. So that's how with us brothers talking like this, that's the kingdom right there, man. You know, you're seeing the kingdom being reenacted right now with us talking, man. It don't come with a building or anything like that.
Observation. It don't come with observation.
It comes with what, man? Power, man. That's why it says I've not given you the spirit of what? Fear, but of power, man. That's what we getting right now, man. I mean, brothers get, but you got in 2nd Ezra 2 and 13, 2 and 13.
Okay, this is,
and then you got it out.
2nd Ezra chapter
We're gonna close at that,
verse
man.
13. Oh man, it's one of my favorite ones.
Come on,
go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you.
Come on, man. It says long days. Build up kingdom. Build up a metropolis of Negro businesses.
Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Streets. Read that again. I must be mistaken.
Go, they mistaken. Go and ye shall receive. Pray. Go to the highways and byways, brother.
Come on,
Go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you, and it has colon and it says watch.
Watch.
Whew. We're watchmen. You're supposed to watch. Elder Pastor R said, he said, hey, I wake up like 2 or 3 in the morning. He was like, well, you know, I keep all my channels on. That's what he said on the news. Wake up in the morning, he just see the news. Just see the news, man. That's all you're supposed to be a watchman, because the news tells you of things that are happening on an everyday basis around the world, county-wide, statewide, even national-wide. So with that being said, you have to watch and see what Edom is getting ready to do, because the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. So you gotta focus on what Esau's next move is. All right.
Let me read this real quick, because he said to watch what Esau's doing, and there's a reason for that. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the part asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? How you gonna know if you're not watching?
Exactly.
Verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the
So to them dudes are saying, how is Esau done away with?
Exactly.
If he's the end of the world. You dumb truck. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, they're biblically illiterate. They're biblically retarded.
Beautiful way to put it.
They're not meant for this, man.
Because retard means
they come back. They come back slow. So they
come on, man. They're slow.
That was never there, so I think they come back.
Retard means not come back.
I'm looking at
Schwab is come back or return. A retard means to be held back or something that's holding you back.
Right. That's why I always say, it's like, look, you ain't gonna attach a trailer onto a Geo Metro. Why is that? It don't got the engine power to pull it. It don't got the transmission to pull it. It's not built for that. You're gonna attach that to a truck that's got the right engine. It's got the right torque. That's what's attached to it. These people aren't built for this, man. We are built for this. When you see Jake out here roaming with their pants sag, they acting like a fucking Geo Metro, man.
Carrying a boat.
Yeah, carrying them. It's weighing them down. Yeah. Even if they getting this truth, that's even worse, because you attaching a full load unto yourself. But the Lord, what? He tightens us up, gets our engine right,
builds our muscle block up to where what we can tote these loads, man. We're meant for this. These other heathens aren't meant to do what we doing, man. They ain't built for it. That's why they look at us and look at the Bible like, oh, it's all love, all love. Nigga, you ain't meant to digest this full truth, man. We meant to taste the bitter, man. We're meant for faith. Israel is built for faith. We're not built to be unfaithful, man. So if you unfaithful, you're going against your own grain, man. Believe in your damn self. Believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and understand what you're made for. We're made to be spiritual beings, man. We're made to be kings and princes. He told us in Deuteronomy 7. What are you? A nation of kings,
above
man.
All nations above the earth.
Above all of them, man. I didn't make you be a fucking sock. That'll piss me off. If I build a fucking if I put 450, 450, 500 foot horsepower in a car and it won't pull it, I'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with this engine?
You put in all that work and that shit can't even do a 10-second quarter mile.
I'll be pissed off, man. I'll be like, look, I gotta tune this up. I gotta get something right, and I'm hitting the NOS and you know what I'm saying? This shit
ain't going nowhere and shit.
That's what Jake is, man. That's what Jake in the world is, man. But even though I ain't saying that we're moving fast, but we're on a level to what? Tote the Lord's, the small breakdowns are a heavy thing to this world, man.
Yes, it is.
Deuteronomy 28 is a heavy breakdown, man.
But it's simple to us.
Exactly.
That's spirit and power.
That's why Yahweh said, what? My yoke is easy. His yoke is easy, man.
Okay, you got to preach. Yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
These last little precepts are going to close out now,
this
man.
Going back to like we were speaking about the confidence, but really we got the confidence because what's the title of this video?
Yep. Behold the time.
Behold the days. We got the confidence that them days are coming. And this is Acts 28 and 31 because the scriptures do say prove all things. Somebody might be watching and say, oh, see, they confident. They a bunch of confident niggas.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at the scripture. This is what Paul, was doing. This is Acts 28:31, very last chapter of the last verse of the book of Acts, I believe. 28. Yeah, verse 31. Cool. So it says, preaching the kingdom of the Most High, which that's what we're doing, and teaching those things which concern the Lord Yahushua Hamashiach with all confidence. No man forbidding him.
So that's why the Lord said, look, really, the Lord pissed off when you serve him without confidence.
Yeah.
He ain't happy with that. If you come in half mediocre and you're on the defense about it, just lay it down.
All right, let me get that word real quick.
Go ahead.
And for confidence is a G3954, and it's parasia, meaning freedom in speaking, unreservedness, open, frankly, without ambiguity, without the use of figure, free or fearless.
In other words, we're vulgar, because vulgar literally means to be public. So that's what we are. We're just very vulgar.
Publicity.
That's what we're
Plainly.
Yeah. And I got one more precept to back you up, and we're going to shut it down through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The book of Hebrews, the 4th chapter, the 16th verse. Let us therefore come boldly.
Come timidly.
Boldly.
Come scaredly.
Boldly.
Come faithlessly.
Boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need.
So mercy comes hand in hand with being what?
Confident. Bold.
That's
full of faith.
And because you brothers are going to attain to me, because when Yahushua healed them, I always talk about the woman that grabbed Yahushua's garment.
And virtue left him.
Yahushua didn't even have control of the power. The confidence of that woman forced the healing out of Yahushua. Forced the healing out of his garment, man. That's what
your faith has made you whole.
He couldn't say nothing. He said, hold up. Who touched me? Who touched me? She was scared. She was scared because she thought she was finna get rebuked. And he said, no. You have done something. You took it out of me, man. Yahushua was cool, so the spiritual power is analog.
That's how strong her.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to get into it.
I mean, she, you know, you don't want to get too.
Yeah.
Today, man, but she, in that day when she was on that scene, when the scripture's talking about her, she had that so much faith, man, that just by touching Yahushua's garment, she was healed. That we gotta have more faith than that, man.
Yeah, and that was a woman.
Exactly.
So if you niggas ain't,
you done.
You're done, son.
Where's Roscoe at?
Roscoe. You know. Hey man, that's one more time, Mark. One more. You got? Did you close it?
No. Yeah, let me get that. I'm gonna get that word too.
Okay.
Let's examine this word.
That word.
Examine that word. Oh, you talking about which word? You talking about?
Yeah, that bowl.
Okay. This is Hebrews, the 4th chapter, the 16th verse. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. Because if we boldly come forth and profess the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and profess his works and what's to come, what make you think that he will not boldly present himself to our enemies in a time of need? That's why he's supposed to do it now, so that when the game time comes,
he can come boldly for you. Hey, Yahushua said what? Or Yahweh said in the time, he said, look, there's too many men. Them that lap like a dog, send them home. Them that scuff up the water,
I remember that.
700 men.
I remember that.
I think it was like maybe 700, 300 men.
I remember that
he
verse.
said, look, let them come, because I want to show my power. So the Lord's going to deal with us. All these people saying, all the men of the elect can't be in GMS. The Lord could just use us to exalt the whole world, man.
That's it,
of
man.
Israel, the elect, man.
Yeah.
And he can use, and you see it, man. When it comes to the avant-garde of Israel, it's the apostles, man. Because these guys are learning from, I'm in transition. Nigga, you proud, man.
Yeah.
Nigga, you proud. How you in transition? What? I never heard of a transition Israelite. You either is or you ain't. That's lukewarm, my man. You can't be lukewarm on an issue. You either believe it or you don't.
I was gonna say transcontinental mean that you jump from continent to continent. You can't jump from this truth from this doctrine to that doctrine.
It's the truth.
Can't.
You're jumping from the way of the world to the truth
because of your pride.
The transatlantic slave trade, it was in one nation. It was
multiple nations.
Exactly.
Multiple nations. All right.
Okay, and let me get this word here. This is G3326 for bold. It says meta, with, after, behind, and they got a lot of definitions on here, but the
one that fits for the moment.
Yeah, they're saying that it's properly denoting accompaniment.
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 Yeah, compliment.
Occupying an intermediate position between. So pretty much it because
intermediate position.
Because
it means we're mediators like Yahushua.
Yeah, we got to come with it.
Yeah, Yahushua. Did not they say he spoke as one and had authority? Yeah, he had authority. So when he said intermediate, that basically means that we're mediators like Yahushua is.
Because what Jake like said, you got to come with it. Come with it.
Yeah, that's why we said we got 100% truth, man. That's a bold statement, man.
Unction to know all.
You know what I'm saying? Because where is these niggas getting the 12 tribes sign from?
Yep.
They can't break down 2nd Ezra 11, Daniel's the 9th chapter. They can't go into the words. They did the we got to speak English, brother. You can't speak against Esau. You can't speak against the chip.
People they be stumbling over this the Syrophoenician woman. Oh, that's a heathen. Well, that was
actually still holding blunts.
Yeah. I'm a blunt holder. What nigga you know?
Show me the Bible.
Yeah, please show me one scripture. Just hold in that joint, and I might deal with you.
Brother, he the designated blunt holder for the music video.
It's burning in his face, and the smoke just lurking in his nose.
He didn't inhale it, brother. He just
yeah, brother. He just
off camera real quick.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, man.
I just had to make sure the blunt was all right. Nigga, I would have threw that on the ground.
Had to make sure it was the right temperature.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Pastor Cavassier, Pastor, but hey, Yakim got it?
Yeah, that was
Hey, so with that, man, we gonna give all praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, shalom to you, Akim, and double honor.